I make it look easy, and that's the difference. I'm sure when up you're on the fence, I try again, it's all pretend. I burn all over you. You burn out so quick, but you take your time with.
where you're going. I don't know where you've been. Everything is changing over and over again. 1,000 directions.